there everyone. Today I made fried apricot pies, these little tiny like turnovers. Whenever I make apricot pies, which are once a year when apricots are in season, I like to make fried pies with the leftover pie dough. Normally when I make any other kind of pie and I have leftover pie dough, I make little cookies with sugar and cinnamon on it and bake them like my mom did when we were growing up. That's how I always, what I always do with leftover dough, except for apricots. I really love fried apricot pies. So I'm going to try this now and then I'm going to show you how I made them. They're delicious. They're very flaky. I think the reason they're flaky, the dough is the same dough I use to make pies, but I cook them, I fried them in tallow, beef tallow. I do use that occasionally. I just started using it for high heat items like French fries, which I rarely make. So these are really good and I prefer them fried. You can bake them, and when I bake them I do an egg wash on them, but I actually prefer them once a year fried. So I hope you give this a try, and you can use any kind of fruit you like. Thanks for watching.
Put about a half a cup of sugar in here and about a half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and you're going to cook this down. You want to cook this on a low temp so it's all cooked down. So it's cooking down. You just want to cook it a little longer so these are really softened. Okay, this is how you want it, where it's thickened quite a bit. I haven't added any cornstarch or anything. It just has cooked down. And it's been probably cooking about 25 minutes. And now I'm going to turn off the stove and just let it cool. That's how you want it. And it can thicken on its own without any cornstarch. So we're going to let this cool so that we can put it in our little pies. So here's your apricot, cooked apricot with sugar and cinnamon. It's cooked down and I've cooled it. And that's what you want to do. Once it's thick like this, you want to cool it down. And then you're going to get some kind of round, say a 3-inch in diameter. It depends on how big you want these. You can make them bigger or smaller, whatever you have in your kitchen. So this is probably about 2.5 inches wide in diameter. So I'm just going to use this little cookie cutter. And these are pretty thin, but you can have them thicker if you want to. So what I do, these are very small. I get just like probably a teaspoon at the most and put in here like this. Not even really a full teaspoon. And that's because these are small. And then you're going to get a fork. And so this is most of the dough. I've got a little left, but I'm just going to fry these. You can either bake them or fry them. You want to have your little pies here right to the left of your skillet, and you want to heat this up, and when you see it start getting a little hot, you can tell by looking, then you can start putting the little pies in. It'll take about 2 minutes on each side to cook all the way through, and just check it. You want to turn it down to a medium now. Actually, it's been about 40 seconds on each side, so it's not taking as long. So it depends on how high your stove is, and I had it a little higher than medium, so that's why it's cooking faster. But it's going to be darker also. Here's our last one. I made one large one.